Here we go again. I'm going to give it another go, and this time, hopefully, the darn computer doesn't crash. Okay, so here we are, and it's another weekend. It's another weekend video, and I am your host, Enda Glynn, and bullwaves.org. And here we go. Let's get through the patterns. Let's stop talking and just get into it. I hope you're well. Please God, this will go pretty uneventfully. Okay, so I'm looking at euro dollar. This is the 4-hour count. We've got 3 waves down in A. I'm looking at a triangle. Sorry, just go to the daily count again. Here's this long-term triangle in a B wave that I'm looking at. The 4-hour count tracking this decline into wave C of D of B. So a D wave of a triangle should be 3 waves down, and wave C should come our way pretty soon. If this count is correct, here we'll just blast onto the hourly count. It's like I've done this all already in my mind. I know you didn't see it, but I did actually do it. Okay, so here is the hourly count. We've got a setup of a possible 1, 2, 1, 2. Today's early trade seems to be down lower again. So if we accelerate into a third wave, then we're underway. Look at 121. Go away. 121 for the last week, and this marks the wave 1 low. So if we've got a decline into wave 3, then we should break 121 immediately. Obviously, then we've got 122.17 that marks the wave 2 high, so 122.17 must hold this to bear out, let's say. Okay, pound dollar. There's you could call this, let's say, the alternate count for wave 5 of C of pound dollar. Out of a triangle, maybe a 1, 2, 3. This could be an ongoing fourth wave correction, and then we spike to a new high, wave 5. Or we could have wave 5 in at this week's high, and then we're heading lower into wave 1 right now, but we'll see on that pretty soon. Here's the hourly count. Where's my label gone? Believe me. Yep, there it is. Sorry. This is cable hourly. We can count this as 5 waves lower in wave 1, and then a running flat wave 2 maybe. We've got a spike lower. I was expecting last night that we would break 142 to complete wave C of 2, but we topped out below that, it seems, and we seem to be heading lower into wave 3. It depends on breaking 140, and if we break 140 again, I think that's wave 3 underway. Okay, let's move on to dollar yen. You can see that rising trend line is still holding. So we could have a series of 1-2s underway. The pattern off the low here is very, very, very messy. But if I get into the hourly chart, you'll see, again, I have a missing label. If you get into the hourly chart, you will see that this pattern over the last week does count quite well as an expanded flat. So let's do that right now. So here we have that wave 1, 2, and wave 1, A, B, C, 2. So the chances are pretty reasonable that we have the beginning of a third wave up underway. We'll see whether that plays out. I don't know. So long as we have this rising trend line still in play, then I think wave 3 is pretty certain, if not probable, that we're already underway. So let's see if we have a little wedge rising off the trend line this week. So if this wedge holds, then wave 1 is underway. But it's going to be important today for, let's say, that 109.18 level to hold at wave C of 2. I'll update you that. I'll update the website later on, and we'll see what happens today. Okay, so anyway, in terms of US dollar in general, we're still in that turning pattern towards favoring the dollar and against the opposing currencies. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so we have the Dow here. We have 5 waves up in an ending diagonal. We have an impulsive move 1, 2, still in play off the high. We have bearish divergence on the 4-hour. We have bearish divergence on the daily. Back on the 4-hour count, you can see that we have that impulsive move lower and 3 waves up to a lower high. Go to the hourly count here. The Dow 1 hour, get you over here. You can see that we have 5 waves down, an A, B, and then a 1, and wave C. We have wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Possibly turning now into wave 1 and 2 down with just no acceleration yet into a third wave. No, how would you say, confirming price action that we have a top in. So we need 5 waves down. I've been waiting for, well, it seems like an age, but anyway, we'll see how it goes next week. Do we get wave 1 underway to confirm wave 3? And if we confirm wave 3, then sayonara. Okay, so let's move on to gold. So this is the 4-hour count in gold. We are kind of, if you can hear the dog barking, don't mind him. Her, sorry. Still tracking this ABC. Possibility that it's an expanded flat correction, ABC. So we've got 3 waves up in A, 3 waves down in B, and then in 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we get a break to a new high above 1950, maybe, to top out at wave 5 of C. And then we should turn into wave 4. But there is the possibility that wave 5 is already done and we have a running flat correction here. Move into the hourly count and I'll show you that. We've got wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So possible 5 waves down. And maybe again a running flat wave 2. So we've got an A, B, and C. Wave 2. We've got a spike lower this morning. Again, we need confirming price actions on the downside. I need an acceleration lower into a third wave, and we'll see whether that comes next week or not. Okay, so crude oil. I introduced this count earlier on in the week. It's possible expanded wedge wave 5. So you can see here we've got that major bearish divergence on the 4-hour count, momentum. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're moving up in towards an upper trend line again. We do have a break to a new high above the 3-wave high, so remains to be seen whether we are going to top out and move down again. In the hourly count, you can see that this wave wave 5 has a 3-wave pattern possible underway in A, B, and C. And then wave C here might be breaking out into a 5-wave pattern. We might get a break up to about maybe 71.50 or so. Maybe we'll get a touch of that upper trend line, 72, and then we head lower, but remains to be seen. We need to top out and turn. And so far, that's kind of been eluding me, apart from the Dow. Okay, let's move on to the S&P. This has turned out to be a much shorter video than the last time. Funny how you when you practice something and then go back and do it, it's actually quicker the next time around. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Okay, so we have a wave 3 top, a wave 4 low, and then 5 waves higher in wave 5. Now, this 5 waves in blue here, it's wave 1, 2, 3. Because we pipped to a new high just above that label wave 3 there this week, then we switched to a 3, 4, 5 scenario rather than a 1, 2 that I was working with. You can see again on the 4-hour count, we've got this major bearish divergence in play in momentum. I suppose the spike lower and the kind of very kind of lackadaisical retracement definitely helped. Let's say that divergence that's in play right now. But let's get into the hourly count here, and I'll show you what I'm thinking on wave 5 in blue there. Okay, here's wave 5 in blue. So we've got wave 3 top, wave 4 low. That in the end seems to turn out as a kind of a complex zigzag. So we've got a triangle in the middle here of a zigzag, and then we've got wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be a wedge. The fact that we had this the top of a first wave and a 3-wave correction to break wave 1, that does suggest that we have a wedge pattern or an ending diagonal pattern going on here. In that case, we should have 3 waves up, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and then 3 waves up to finish. So a series of 5 3-wave patterns to close out a wedge. We do have a pip above the previous high. We're kind of trading up there again this morning in the futures. Do we get a push to 42.70 to close out that wedge and then head lower? Well, you know what I hope anyway. We'll see what comes out. Definitely leaning towards a wedge pattern here in fifth wave. So let's see how that closes out early next week. Okay, let's move on to silver. The odds are that wave B is in and that we're moving down into wave C, but we haven't had no confirmation of that just yet. If we get into the hourly count here, I'll show you, wave C is expected to at least break 23.70, but probably fall towards wave or $21 before it's complete. Actually, no, it should break 21.60 there. That's the previous low of wave A, and then we've got wave B high, and then possibly 3 waves down wave C. So it's a very complex correction in wave 2, but I think we still are lining up for a decline in wave C. Wave C of C had to break 21.70 again, or sorry, 21.60. Okay, let's get into the hourly count. Wave 1 and 2, a possible 1-2 again underway. We've got a 3-wave pattern, a larger 3-wave pattern to a lower high, smaller 3-wave pattern to a smaller lower high. We filled a trend channel up again in 3 waves, so odds are that we've got wave 2 pretty done right now, and then we should head lower into wave 3. Watch $27 flat. If we break $27 flat, then I think that allows us to open up into third wave down. Okay, Bitcoin looks like we have a triangle, and then we're breaking out of that triangle to the downside again. We do have the possibility that we have a 1-2 pattern out of that triangle underway. We will see on that front. This could also be 3 waves down in A, and then some sort of a B wave correction going on here, and then we head lower into wave C. This market has been, horrendously hard to predict, but I think you could put one safe label on it, and that's a bubble. You could put that label on the whole crypto kind of scene. It's the froth at the top of a bubble, really. Let's get into the hourly count, and we'll see whether this 5 waves down will materialize any lower. There's a triangle that I was tracking over the previous month. We did top out at a lower high. That seems to have completed wave 4, and then we have the possibility of a 1-2 pattern lower again. That might break. I mean, maybe we have a truncated 5th wave and we have a low already in. I think if we break 3900 again, then I think wave 5 would probably fall towards the 20,000 level before it completes. But anyway, I would watch for that 4th wave high here at wave E. That comes in at 39,338, I think. We'd like 39,330 to hold, and then we would head lower again into a 3rd wave. Okay, there's not much happening in the European markets, to be honest. Nasdaq has pushed quite close to a new all-time high, so we will see whether that holds next week. Maybe the S&P has proved, the action of the S&P has proved too much to constrain itself, and we break out to a new high before rolling over, but it's a pretty weak challenge of that new high so far. Let's see if that happens. German market seems to have completed a wedge, and then maybe we're heading lower off that wedge. The FTSE, we're still holding below the early May highs here, just like the Dow. So although we are getting close, it's there's no sign of a breakout here just yet. The action seems to be coming towards the downside again, so let's see whether we do materialize lower, or if that triangle or that kind of let's say contracting range here turns out to be a fourth wave triangle and we head higher into a fifth wave. We'll see on that one. That was Bitcoin. We've been through Bitcoin. Okay. Thank you so much for hanging around and watching the video. I hope you found that interesting and useful. Thank you again to everybody on the website. God bless you all. And I will be back tonight with tonight's update. Read that chart there at the end. That'll lead you to eternal life. And nothing else really matters at the end. I mean, one of us is going to close our eyes and not open them again in this life. It's up to us to decide where we want to spend eternity in that front. Okay. The weekend is not an eternity. Friday will finish. I'll be back with tonight's update, and then Monday will most likely roll around again, unless the earth burns up in fervent heat before that. Unless and until Monday comes around, I'll see you all on the website tonight, and God bless you all on YouTube, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.